So now we'll go to A's and F's, and Sarah, your F.
In 2001, the Clinton administration signed what's known as the roadless rule, which protected over 58 million acres of U.S. national forests from road construction and timber harvesting. This was a major conservation win. The Trump administration this week announced it's going to open up all of those 58 million acres to development, and that's going to reverse this policy that was broadly popular, protected a third of U.S. national forest lands. So my F goes once again to the Trump administration.
Nina.
Shocking. A study published in the journal Heart, that's what it's called, Journal Heart, shows that marijuana doubles the risk of dying from heart disease. The study examined pooled medical data on 200 million plus people and found that those who were most affected are young and have no history of cardiovascular disorder. Given that cardiovascular disease is the top cause of death in the U.S., like the co-author, I believe that it's time that we educate people about the dangers of marijuana just as much as we do tobacco.
Lisa.
My F goes to President Trump's decision to pave over the Rose Garden, a decision that's being implemented this week. The photos you are seeing are from the Obama era, and then First Lady Melania Trump's renovation, and finally, this week's paving work in progress, and they speak for themselves.
And Rick, your F.
A few weeks ago, I gave an F to the weather because it had rained on the weekend for each of the last 6 months of the weekends, but that was a trivial complaint compared to what the weather had in store for us this past weekend. On Sunday, torrential rainstorms and a tornado brought major destruction and death to the communities very close to my home in Clark Mills and Clinton. Thoughts and prayers to those struggling with the aftermath of the storm.
And to our A's, Sarah.
My A goes to the Vera Rubin Observatory in Chile, which contains a powerful new telescope that astronomers say is going to transform our view of the solar system, allowing them to investigate dark energy and dark matter, among other things. It's a joint venture with the U.S. Department of Energy and National Science Foundation, named after Vera Rubin, an American astronomer who really revolutionized our understanding of the universe. Didn't get a Nobel Prize because she was a woman, but now she has an observatory named after her.
Which is even nicer, isn't it?
Yeah.
Nina.
That is nice. My A goes to Syracuse.com and Michelle Breidenbach for her deep reporting on the impact of immigration raids on American farms. The story features an upstate farm where 75% of the workers are immigrants who get milk from some 65,000 cows, all to go to stores in America. As the President and Congress look to reform our broken immigration system, I hope that they keep an eye on the American farm, especially here in New York State.
Lisa.
My A goes to the U.S. Senate's now 40-year-old Byrd Rule. It prohibits the use of the budget reconciliation process to enact extraneous provisions that don't have a direct budgetary effect, requiring such provisions to receive 60 votes rather than the simple majority needed for reconciliation. The Senate parliamentarian has ruled now that numerous provisions from the One Big Beautiful Bill violate the Byrd Rule, and most of those ruled out are bad ideas.
Well, my A goes to Elizabeth McDonough, who is the parliamentarian of the U.S. Senate for exactly what Lisa said she's done. I think it is encouraging that so far state Republicans have accepted her rulings and are trying to adjust the bill to be in compliance.